Hi, I'm Sharonda Smith, former high school science teacher for the past 14 years and founder of Enrichology Tutoring, my new little project. At Enrichology, we help neurodivergent learners and their families overcome homework stress, strengthen math skills, and get the support they deserve both at school and at home. This is your space for real conversations, learning practical tools, and learning how to build both math competence and confidence. So, if that's something you're interested in, please join us. If your learner has ADHD, dyslexia, dyscalculia, autism, or other struggles in math in general, this video is for you. Today, we're talking about something many families dread, especially schools about to start, math homework. And more importantly, how to make it more effective and less stressful for neurodiverse learners. What we're going over in the video is based upon real research and real life strategies that have and can be implemented. This video breaks down how to advocate for meaningful math homework accommodations and IEPs without needing to be a math expert. Let's be honest. 20 plus questions that can take 2 hours. Traditional homework was never built for neurodiverse minds. It wasn't built with them in thought. Long worksheets, repetitive drills, and one size fits all formats. It's basically a fast track to frustration for any ADHD kid because, as you know, our brains are like squirrel. So here's the truth: your child isn't the problem. It's more a system that is used to doing things that maybe don't fit. Well, I know the word, it's not just maybe, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the needs of most or all learners. Studies show that kids with learning differences do better with four main things being instituted in math homework. First, fewer but higher quality math problems. So when we're looking at 20 plus questions, oftentimes these 20 plus questions may have maybe one or two slightly different concepts with it interspersed within the 20, but most of it is repetitive. So with that said, that has been found to be one of the more inefficient ways, not just for neurodivergent or neurodiverse learners, but for all learners. So when they're looking at math homework, what I've read, I believe it was about 5 problems even for neurodivergent or neurodiverse learners instead of the 3 to 8, which some research says is the best for for most learners, which takes care of the mean. So with that said, fewer, higher quality math problems. So problems that require more in-depth thinking, even a little bit of creative expression, and possibly linking into some of their interests, which is another thing on the list. Number 2, visual aids and models. Pictures. Our brain thinks a lot in pictures, and it has a lot of brain capacity dedicated to just analyzing visual information. So, if we can use visual aids, and particularly if they're using visual aids when they're teaching the lesson, use those same visual aids or models when they are doing their homework. Step number 3, homework tied to their interest. I like cooking. Teach me about math when it comes to cooking. That's how I understood fractions and how I understood how to half a recipe and such. So tying homework to their interest increases dopamine levels a little bit, get that little bit of a dopamine spike, which is in particularly with students with or learners with ADHD, lower dopamine levels, decreased interest, and it makes it harder for them to get into the concept. So give them a little bit of dopamine burst right there by tying it into their interest. And then flexible formats. As I said, showing their learning through more than one modality, drawing it, making a video, acting it. I don't know, get creative. But that makes the homework a little bit more engaging and also makes it more memorable, which is good for everybody or all around. So we'll also address like how do you ask for these changes if your student has an IEP? That's where I have a free guide that will be listed in the comment section below, and it walks you through when to speak up during an IEP or 504 meeting, what to say, like can we limit math homework to 5 to 8 problems per night kind of thing? Well, I'm just saying. And how to track what works at home so your voice is backed by data or research. Because during an IEP, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for research substantiated accommodations that can be used to help your learner. This guide also includes a printable notes page, sample advocacy phrases, and even a scoring tool to help you reflect on how math homework is affecting your child emotionally. So Here's the amazing news. You don't need to be a teacher. You just need to be your learner's advocate. Awesome. Because when we adapt the system, instead of expecting kids to adapt to the system, which the system was supposed to fit their needs anyway, math becomes something they can actually enjoy. Download the free parent guide below and take the first step towards math homework that actually works for your learner's brain and decreases the stress around math homework time. Thank you once again for watching and spending time in this space in our little corner of the internet where neurodivergent learners and helping them become confident and competent in math is the focus. So if the video you just watched helped give you clarity, encouragement, or it just helped you feel seen, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. We'll share real world strategies, we'll learn together, we'll grow together, and all in the hopes of supporting neurodivergent learners and their families. Till next time, peace be with you.